Hello and welcome to another episode of Laptop Retrospective, and today we have an interesting product from Orico. Now, Orico I've featured on the channel a couple of times because I've purchased their stuff just outright for my own personal use, but this product is actually coming from them today. So before I get any further, I do want to make it perfectly clear, I did not personally purchase this product. It came from Orico for the purposes of producing this review. However, I am not being financially compensated beyond the receiving of this product, and my opinions and reviews, as always, remain my own. So this is a magnetic M.2 docking station solution. Now, primarily this is being aimed at mobile, but there is no reason that you wouldn't be able to use this with a laptop computer as well. We have quite a few features packed in here, so let's quickly go over all the information that we have. There is a version with or without an SD card slot, which is a difference in price between 55 without and 59 with. It comes in three colors, orange, silver, and blue, and it's made out of ABS plastic and an aluminum alloy or aluminium. And it has a whole bunch of functionality built into it. It has a series of ports, for example, like USB Type-C 10 gigabit 100 watt power delivery. It has room for a M.2 NVMe 2230 SSD, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. It is a unique size. It has a USB-A port and an additional USB Type-C port at 10 gigabit speeds, and then HDMI at 4K 60 Hz, and a 3.5mm headphone jack included. So let's open this up and see what we get in the box. So we have a screwdriver for disassembly, we have a manual, we have a magnetic ring, just in case your phone or device that you want to attach this to does not have a magnetic ring. One is provided. These look to be thermal pads and then a screw for the M.2 drive. We have a cable that is flexible, obviously, to plug into the bottom of the unit and then plug into the computer or the phone. And then we have our product orientation guide, which is several languages, but the one that we need is English. And then, of course, we have the device itself. And this is a nice dark blue finish. On one side, we have the card readers here. That's full-size SD and micro SD. Over here is USB Type-C and USB Type-A. And then we have two other USB Type-C ports. PC in, it says, and the other is power. And then we have the HDMI and the 3.5mm headphone jack. And then on the back here, we can see that this is the magnetic component. My Moment case on my Pixel happens to have a magnet built into it, so I could attach it here. And you can see that it's obviously intended to be plugged in on the bottom here. And the cable should be bendy enough to do that no problem. No concerns there. Now, let's take a look at the inside of this. We have one screw that we're going to spin out. And then the two halves separate. And we've got a very compact and busy board in here. I'll see if I can bring this up on the side camera a little bit. And this right here is our M.2 slot. Now, this is a 2230, which is a very unique size. It is certainly not common. And I actually happen to have a drive from a project that I purchased it for. This one is a Toshiba, and it fits in there perfectly. Now, I suspect that the thermal pad for this, we'll see what instructions they give us, needs to go on the top. And that is indeed the case. So we're going to take one of the included pads. We're going to place it on top of the main chip there. Take out the screw that's included. That's interesting. There's a film over top of the screw post. It's easy enough to punch with the screw, but it just seems entirely unnecessary. If we screw that screw all the way in, the drive definitely doesn't lie like even. Hope that that doesn't impact connectivity. I might back out the screw a little bit so it's level. Put the thermal pad on, put everything back together. So let's clean all this up and do a little bit of testing. Okay, so we have our device. I'm gonna slap it on the back of my Pixel here. Okay, and this is the first time that I've used the drive, so I had to format it. And it's reading it as 256 gigs of storage, just like that. So that works exactly how you think it would. The only thing now would be to test this with one of my laptops. And if that does work, this might be my new presentation buddy, because it is very thin, has internal storage, takes up very little room, has HDMI out, USB Type-C out, card readers, and one USB port if I wanted to plug in a wireless presenter as well. So color me impressed so far. And if I wanted to, I could obviously charge a device through this as well. But let's go ahead and test this on a laptop. We've got this P15S ready to go, plugged in the dock. It's detecting it there, and it detects the SSD perfectly fine. And doesn't take up a whole lot of room, and is not, ostentatious on a desk. It's just this little square. I kind of like the dark blue because it almost looks black, and black wasn't an option or I would have picked it. The orange is obviously iPhone Max orange, and the silver, I'm just not as big of a fan. So I think in terms of color, that is excellent. All right, everybody, pardon the mess just for a moment. What I was doing is actually testing out this Orico hub as essentially my presentation companion. So on occasion, I do give presentations and I do need to plug in a lot of things. And if I'm running my X1 Nano, I've only got the one USB Type-C port. And this is very compact, has an SSD built in, which I really like as a backup to my backup. I can put important files on there that I need. And then that way, if I need to quickly swap computers, all I need to do is pull this cord, pull up the other computer, the presentation file is on there, my projector is plugged in, my wireless presenter controller is plugged in, and everything is there at my fingertips. It's nice to have the SD card slots. The headphone jack in this case really doesn't provide me anything that I don't already have. And then if I need to, I can have power being delivered here as well. To further compound the mess of cords on the table here, we can go ahead and plug that in and get power. One thing I will say is that this got a little warm when I hooked it up to a 4K display. Running on a 1080p projector right now though, it's not producing any noticeable heat. If you are running power or 4K through this, you will get a little bit of warmth. I found that running the 4K through it produced a little bit more heat than just running a charger. And that is to be expected. Looking at the very small footprint that we have here, that is going to be expected. So I'm feeling a little bit of warmth on the back of the unit, especially running power through it. It isn't anything that it shouldn't be able to handle. However, if you were running really high resolution displays through it, I might be a little bit cautious about how long you choose to use it, especially if you have a storage solution in there. Now, the storage solution does have a thermal pad, but you don't have a lot of thermal mass, and that's just something to keep in mind. I would say that that's probably the one downside of how compact it is it's the fact that it's that compact. So you are going to take a little bit of trade-off there. So let's clear down the mess of cables that I've put here for demonstration purposes and wrap this up. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I think that this is probably the most compact and port versatile hub that I have tested that also has internal storage with that 2230 NVMe style drive. Now, as I mentioned earlier, 2230s are uncommon, so they do cost usually a little bit more and less people manufacture them than 2242s, but this is very small. It's very compact. That does come with some compromises. You only have one USB-A port, and it does get a little warm depending on how many ports you're using. However, there is a thermal pad in there to hopefully mitigate some of that heat, but again, this thing is thin and light and does not have a lot of thermal mass. So be prepared for this thing to get a little warm depending on how hard you push it. It's nice that it works in both a PC environment with computers. It's nice that it has a magnetic ring on the back so you can attach it to your mobile devices if you are doing some mobile filming. Certainly nice to have things like a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, the additional storage, the HDMI out if you have a monitor. So this thing is very, very versatile. It's cost effective and has a lot of applications. So I think that this is probably going to end up in my go bag of miscellaneous things that I carry with me at all times because of that level of versatility and balanced at cost and features. I'd love to know what you think about something like this. Would you carry it? Would you use it? What would you use it for? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again for Orico for sending this over for me to test, and I will see you next time.